Hello everyone. Today I would like to read out the fifth chapter titled When Certainty Trembled from my manuscript Satyavan Savitri 2.0. Savi and Satya were back home, settling into their usual routines and quiet moments of togetherness. I, on the other hand, was immersed in weaving their story, threading their lives into larger fabrics of manuscripts I was working on. Life moved along in smooth rhythm until one day a shadow of uncertainty arrived. Not in their home, but in Satya's office. In ancient thought, such moments are reminders of impermanence, what our stories sometimes describe as Yama's quiet presence. The global economic slowdown had spared no one. Satya, who worked in an IT company, and Savi in advertising, had both built stable careers. But now, even their steady world trembled. Satya's manager called him in, voice formal but eyes regretful. Satya, I know how hard you worked, but I'm sorry, you'll need to submit your resignation today. I couldn't shield you from the layoffs. Satya stood in stunned silence, a dull heaviness settling in his chest. Disbelief, disappointment, dread. He thought of hiding it from Savi, just for a while, but something in him resisted. That evening he decided to pick her up from work. He called, attempting a cheerful tone. Savi, I'll pick you up today. Let's drive back together. But she heard the strain behind his words. Satya, you sound tense. What's wrong? Is it work? Nothing. I'll tell you in the evening. Some silences speak louder than words. Savi felt it deep within. That evening, as they drove in silence, Satya finally spoke. I lost my job. There were cuts. I couldn't avoid it. Savi reached for his hand, her grip firm and reassuring. We'll face this together. You've always taken care of us. Let me do that now. No jokes, no laughter, only a quiet resolve settling between them like an invisible promise. At home, Savi lit a lamp at the altar and closed her eyes in prayers. I'm going to fast and pray until you get another job, she said. You remember the Hanuman temple I once told you about? The priest there said sincere prayers to Hanuman can remove obstacles. Satya gave a weak smile. You and your faith, like your Mangal Sutra and Sindoor. You trust too easily. Maybe, but I believe, and that's enough for me. They sat in silence, drawing comfort from each other. Tomorrow would be another chance. The next morning, Savi woke up early. As she got ready for the temple, Satya quietly joined her. He didn't believe in rituals, but he believed in her, and maybe in that shared hope. They visited the Hanuman temple, offered prayers, and performed the rituals together. It was less about religion and more about resilience. In the days that followed, Satya managed the house and tirelessly searched for jobs, calling contacts, refining his resume, attending webinars. They had savings, so there was no immediate crunch, but the future felt like a foggy road. Some days were filled with hope, others with quiet despair. And in those moments, they understood what the old stories meant. Yama is not always an ending. Sometimes it is simply a reminder that nothing in life is permanent, not security, not uncertainty either. One morning, the priest who had seen them visit daily spoke to them. Chant the Hanuman Chalisa 7 times with devotion. The Lord listens to sincerity. Savi had been chanting the Chalisa since childhood. She nodded with reverence. Maybe this temple's energy will help channel my prayers, she thought. The priest suggested a few more simple rituals and assured them that things would return in their favor. They followed everything with quiet devotion. Their faith wasn't desperate, it was determined. Even in gloom, they whispered reassurances to each other. They were in this together. One morning, Satya received a call for a job interview. Hope returned like sunshine through the grey clouds. Savi was overjoyed and thanked God at the altar for answering her prayers. Satya prepared for the interview. Savi couldn't attend it with him, but her prayers accompanied him. She left for work. He attended the interview. He answered each question calmly and confidently. The panel was impressed. A few days later, Satya received the offer letter. Savi, he called, voice trembling with joy. I got the job. She beamed on the other end of the line. That evening, laughter returned to their home. The heaviness had lifted. They drove around, laughing like old times, hearts lighter and hope restored. Together, they visited every nearby temple to offer their thanks. The phase of uncertainty had passed, just as all phases eventually do. What had trembled was not their bond, but their sense of permanence. The blessing had arrived, not just in the form of a job, but in the strength of their shared journey. That's all for the day. Do let me know your thoughts about the story by writing in the comments section. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.